Welcome to Garden Talk with Jacon and Don. Tonight, quantity discounts don't apply? That doesn't sound right. Are you
One last thing.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the smoking because of the guys in AA and the meth and the opium den that I walked into and smoked. And Don said,
I said that AA is good for getting rid of one addiction, but it's good for creating others that you may have.
my coffee
by
addiction,
encouraging
my
it.
coffee addiction and my nicotine addiction. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because before AA, I hated coffee and I wouldn't touch it. Maybe I smoked a cigarette once a year or maybe two, like twice a year.
So if you get lung cancer, since you're smoking days and respiratory things,
it's my responsibility.
Feel free.
It is not. No. I didn't mean to say that. Okay, now my friends in here just jumped on my throat about this. It is not AA's responsibility or AA's fault. It was my take on it when I came in high on crystal meth. Going, okay, if you could do that, then you could do that. And Jay said, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go buy my first pack of Parliaments. And I came back. That was fucking horrible. These were not, whatever it was is not what somebody else had that I tried recently. And here's why. Because our supplies of mooching crystal meth from people were kind of drying up. And they all had cigarettes. So I thought, maybe I'll get high on the cigarette. And I did. I got fucking buzzed on that thing. I hated it. But I had to do it again. It just took one.
Well, maybe they should change the name to AAA.
AAA.
Yeah. Added Addiction Anonymous.
Well, AAA is the auto club.
I know, but still, that's the only three that all have A's. That makes sense. Addictions,
That'd be AN, alcohol, nicotine, and close out and
or Angela Lansbury.
I'm so clever. This is recording, right?
Yes.
I'm so Sally. Everything.
I think that's been called a drug before, Sally Ann.
Sally
I think somebody's referred to that as a drug.
Sally Ann. Let's see. Oh, here was John Price. So it's telling Angela Lansbury. Good, we got John Price, Angela Lansbury. Done. Oh, I'd be done. Just put that over there. But it's very different. Okay, this is what I wrote tonight. Something there was. Oh, this was a very profound statement that I read. That I wrote. I'm so glad that Don is back because I have been going through like a psychotic depression because my psychiatrist, if you haven't watched the other videos, and it's important that I say this, has diagnosed me with. This is another one on top of the severe PTSD from almost being killed from Igor, and literally almost being killed from Igor. I mean, the whole trauma for the years going on with Igor. This was severe post-traumatic concussion injury. And I was like, oh my God, it literally sounded like an ad for Larry H. Parker. I mean, she wasn't trying to like refer me to an attorney or anything like that. And I looked it up and I'm like, well, it says it'll equalize itself out in a few months. It should. If it doesn't, and I just let's just not go there. I clicked on it. I'm like, nope. I don't. Because the first thing was you need to see, and I'm like, nope, done. Not even gonna look at it. Not even.
Well, 1 month down and a month to go. Countdown to find out.
I'm still trying to get the neurologist that AHF referred me to call me back.
Really?
To get my brain scanned. And now AHF hasn't returned my call.
Wow.
I think I'm just going to go to Glendale Memorial and run up a hell of a bill and send it to because I got to get it done.
Yeah.
So, but there's the profound statement. This was it. Do you have any sweet tea?
Yes, it's in there.
What?
It's in the refrigerator. If you don't mind.
Recording. Just keep recording.
And off he goes into the wild blue
sweet
yonder to get him
No,
some.
this is crystal lighter. Question. How much does it cost to make one of these?
Oh, I just used 2 packages.
What?
2 packages for one of those, but that's a little over a gallon.
$1?
Yeah, don't do it over there. It's going
No,
to
no,
spill
I'm not
on
gonna do
there.
it over there. Well, I almost did.
I know. You got to be
I
careful.
almost did. You got me there. And then I looked down and I realized, no, maybe I shouldn't do it right there.
Hmm.
Oh, there's your deep fryer. Yeah, you get a deep fryer.
Yeah. And he's back.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that was
Johnny's back.
when I came running around the corner that night that I slipped. I was actually trying to do the Johnny Carson thing. I was
Yeah.
like, dun, dun, dun,
Well, you-
and I tripped and fell and slipped in.
How's that taste? Refreshing.
I have an honest question. Oh no, let's before I get my honest
Oh, I
question.
got
Remind me
two of those to give to you from Chase. Crystal Lights.
Oh, okay,
Two
cool.
new.
Oh, to
they're-
try?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Great.
there's 2. He said to give them to you because I told him that you liked them.
Yeah, it's really good.
So that's from him.
I believe in Crystal Light because I believe in Crystal Light because I believe in me. There's another commercial for us. You know that.
There you go.
It's actually really good. It's like, wow,
That's
this
not
is,
bad. It's
this
supposed
is-
to be tea, but I
it's-
don't know where the
this-
tea is.
No,
but-
no. This reminds me of Hawaiian fruit punch.
Yeah.
Is what it reminds me of, and I love Hawaiian fruit punch.
Right. But they've got a couple different flavors. You know, they got
Oh, this
peach.
is what this is.
They got peach.
This is it. When I find a red.
Mhm.
When I find a red drink that I like the sugar taste, I feel like hummingbird. I have to have that. That's
Yeah.
what I want.
Right. Okay, down to your statement you made today.
Well, this is a character that I play in real life. I'm a very calm, quiet person
Mhm.
who just judges everyone. I don't even know what I'm like anymore. I'm wondering.
Just watch the
We're gonna
video,
get
you'll
to the
find
state
out.
here. But here's the funny thing. I'm at Mary Jane's dispensary today. I'm sober. I'm stone cold sober. Jacked on caffeine and Red Bull. My first day out riding my bike since,
Forever.
well, in a couple of weeks. You know,
Well,
then,
you did do it last week when you went over to the psychiatry.
I did
You-
no I didn't last week, and I did last week, and she yelled at me for doing it.
Right.
But well, I biked halfway there, and I rode the bus halfway there.
Right.
Anyway, I'm at Mary Jane's dispensary, and I just expect the atmosphere to be. It used to be a little more upbeat in there. I mean, not like a T-Mobile commercial, but
Mhm.
it just seemed a little be a little bit more upbeat, and they have the best. Product placement, Mary Jane's dispensary on Melrose.
Mhm.
The girls in there just didn't have the same sense of humor that they did before. And I came in, I was like, oh, hi, what's going on? Hi. I said, oh, I'm looking for blah, blah, and I'm trying to joke around with them, like, hi, yeah,
Well, there's no tips anymore. That's why.
What?
There's no tips anymore. That's why.
Oh, no, I tip them, but they were, this is what I realized when I left. I thought, God, they're just not getting my sense of humor. And then as I walked outside, I do this thing where I call it rewind and play.
Right.
I rewind back to my conversation of something. Just even if I left and then I play it, and I'm always like that when I go in there. I get like a babbly little kid, blah, blah, blah. And I got outside and I realized it wasn't them; it was me. I wasn't talking coherently, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to go out and deal with anybody, because I can't, like, for long periods of time.
Well, you know, it's very similar. I went into one of these places with Christopher, where he goes, and I've been in there one other time with him a couple of years ago when he first moved there, and I noticed the difference also in the attitude in there.
Now that it's gone public, it's a different group of people working there.
That's not what it is. You know what it is? They had no cameras then around. Now it's legal. Now there's cameras in there. There's more
security.
More security. That there's not that freedom, because when it's a cash business, it seems to be a little more relaxed. But now it's like an accountability business.
Well, and
And
now it
it
all has
tends
to come
to-
pre-packaged, pre-sealed, and did it before they weighed it. And it was like there was a very, and it was really cool to see them weigh it, and the whole thing was.
Yeah,
reminded
it
me
took
of
away the fun that they had, like trying things
it
out
made me
with
think
you.
like a. It made
Yeah.
me think like an late 1800s, early 1900s British chemist, pharmacy you go
Yeah.
into, and they would measure it. It was,
Yeah,
it was that
yeah.
kind of feeling.
And have they give you a little sample of something, or try this or try that, But now the free samples aren't even there no more.
No.
Everything is accountable, and so therefore
It's the fun
the
is out- the fun
attitude,
is out of
yeah,
it.
the fun of it,
The fun is out of it.
of being in the beginning of something, made it change once it became a legal
Yeah.
company. Then all of a sudden it became like any other company you work for. It's boring. After a while, you're like robots walking around. You know what I mean?
I know.
So I think that's what you're seeing, is you're seeing the change in the attitudes of people based on
Well,
the
it's
job.
if it's a different clientele that's in there also, that's going in to buy.
Right.
It was a little more yuppie today, which was actually nicer because there were some sketchy fucking people several
Yeah.
times when I went in there. There was this girl, like the first 2 times I went there. There was this girl in a hooded sweatshirt.
Yeah.
she would come. She would come walking. She walked in, threw her ID under the thing. They buzzed her in. She went in, and this is while I'm filling out my paperwork for the first
Right.
time at Mary Jane's, and I'm like, that was weird. Well, she goes in for a little bit, and then she comes back out, and I'm like, okay. Filling out the paper, because there's a lot of paperwork to fill out.
Oh yeah.
And then she comes back and she throws her ID in and she comes back in and she goes back in. I'm like, the fuck? And when I went in, she was coming out. And I'm trying to understand the new policy in buying and that. This was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
It was a year and a half ago. When I had to buy a license to do it.
Right.
But I found that that's useless because that's great if you're buying, I guess, in like in a low quantity. But the quantity discounts aren't there anymore.
Oh yeah.
The quantity, I noticed that today. Because it used to be if you buy an eighth, it was this. If you buy an eighth or a quarter, it was a little bit cheaper. And then that's how the drug business always has been.
Yeah.
But now it's the same. It's like if it's $8, then it becomes 16. If it's 16, it becomes 32. It's like, that's boring.
Yeah.
That's just boring. That's not how it works. No. And when I saw that, I was like, no, it's boring. Because before you had to do a little math. And there was a little science to it.
Yeah.
To understand it.
That's true. Yeah, I think that's true of anything. Well, it's like Prohibition was the same way. I mean, the booze tastes better than it ever did until it became legal. Then all of a sudden, there's a little excitement about doing something naughty or that might get you in trouble, added to the mystique of doing it, more so than getting the drug or the alcohol. But once you take that mystery and the fun out of it, the excitement and the danger, it's just nothing. People give it up. They don't even want to be bothered.
Why
with
not? Why not on the marijuana?
Right.
But I understand. Of course, everybody it should be legal. But it took for those of us who'd been participating in the cannabis industry off and on for the past. What year? When I was 14, what year was that?
Oh, that was a century ago.
In a Boy Scout camp. That ditchweed shit. We got fucked up on it.
And how old were you?
14.
14.
That was
14, about
14.
34 years ago or so.
So if I was 14,
35 years ago.
I was born in 72. That would be, so 82 would be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 86.
86.
Like 86, 85, 86. Somewhere around there. Probably 86, 86.
Mm.
The night I got tapped out into the Order of the Arrow. This mystical Indian thing that you had to be inducted into. I got the munchies, and you can't eat for like 24 hours when you get in. And I'm not the other one. The other Indians are high too, because we all got high beforehand. Well, Yeah, here's my version of the story. Yeah. No, this is pretty much it. So my friend Jeff Osborne, I'm 14 years old and I'm working in ecology the first week of camp with Jeff Osborne, and I'm on camp staff. How fucking cool is that? The whole summer at camp. I mean, actual summer camp. Yeah, because when you're a kid, you hear, oh, summer camp, but they don't show you like meatballs. You make you think, oh, it's summer camp. You're there for the summer. No, it's a week.
Yeah.
It's a week. Maybe 2 weeks. But when being on staff and being up there from like the end of May, like the first week in June to the third week in September, boom, you're up at camp all summer long. If you get to stay that long, if you don't get fired or sent home because you pissed somebody, you pissed off the director, or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So many gossips. But anyway, I don't know why some of the guys got fired. I don't know. Some of they just. I don't know. All of a sudden they were just fired.
Maybe they couldn't reach their ankles.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that went on in where I was in Boy Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the Anthony Wayne Area Council, and I started off in Pack 3050 in St. John's. And we'll talk about that all another time. No, I didn't want to go down that path. We were talking about something funny, and I got sidetracked.
Well, what we started out to do was this. We got sidetracked from where we were going.
How many minutes is this?
How many do you want?
I would say. What? Is that what you said?
I think you got 13 minutes on this.
Okay, why don't we hit stop and we'll start it again? And we'll do this. This is...